Alright, today I'm going to show you how to field strip a 1911, specifically the Remington R1. So this method will work for most 1911s. Some of the Kimber models and some of them actually have different styles of different guide rods. We will not be able to do this method, though this is the standard method for field stripping 1911. So first things first, make sure the gun's pointed in a safe direction. Second thing, finger is off the trigger, and it is unloaded. Okay, I'm going to keep it cocked, and then first thing is you take your thumb, press it down against the guide rod, like so. And this is probably the most difficult part. I usually use thumb and thumb until I get this slipped around here, and both thumbs push down. Make sure your thumb is still compressing this, as it will spring out if you're not careful. Take that out. Place it down. Next thing is, seeing as your spring tension is now released, put the hammer down, you slide the slide back. Slide it back until it is at the, till this little divot right here lines up with the top of this. You come back here, you take your finger, push in on that. You see this is now pushed out. Fingernails under, remove it like so. Now you remove the slide from the lower, place the lower separate, slide upside down, pull the barrel back, pull the spring out. Make sure that this is rotated down. Slide the barrel partially forward. Take the sheath, rotate it the other direction until it stops, then pull it off. Keep this down, pull the barrel out. Barrel is removed. Your 1911 is now field stripped. Alright, I'll show you how to put this back together. Once again, slide, take your barrel, slide it in. Not quite all the way yet. Take your sheath, slide it onto the barrel, rotate it, slide the barrel back, it compresses in, push that up about like so, take your spring, set it down on there, round side up. This time we're going to put the slide back on upside down. It will keep the spring from falling out. Now, we'll put it on this far, on this particular model. Some have these, some don't. We have a little built-in safety. This here, this comes up when the trigger is pulled or when the gravity causes it to fall down. So now when you turn the gun over, make sure that it's pressed down completely. Then we can slide it back, line up, once again, this divot with this hole. Make sure your barrel is pushed all the way back. Press this in here, slide it over, up, and in. Slide forward, barrel's tight, decock, then back to take your guide rod, push it on your spring, move this back over, and this, once again, usually takes either two hands or some significant amount of pressure. And that is how to properly field strip 1911. Now there is another way to do it. If you have some bigger, stronger hands, I've found that I can usually do it with most 1911s. This will should work with any 1911 regardless of the guide rod assembly. You simply pull the slide back until this is lined up. Grab it with your hand like so, so it holds it back. Press this out. As you saw, my spring went flying. You got to watch for that. Usually, you can put your hand to stop the spring sometimes, depending on your guide rod system. That won't happen, but that's just something you got to watch for. Okay, spring back, and it goes back together the same way. It takes some pressure on your hand this way. This is where some of the you have to keep this up, keep this down, keep your hand like so, until you start to slide it on there. Once your lower is back over it, you'll be fine. Once again, make sure that's down, Line this up, hold it, barrels all the way back. Barrel's tight. You're set. Decock. And that is how you field two ways to field strip a 1911.